Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Fielded in the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Throwing on first down is Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 15 carries, 77 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line, every time they go to the bench, to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Robinson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Ed Oliver made the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run here with Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Lock gonna throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Just 4 weeks left in the regular season, and he has to be firmly in the driver's seat for the MVP award.
Yeah, as the month of December wears on, we'll see how this all shakes out, and the debate will certainly heat up. But he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him? Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him about it? He's dealing with a little bit of pressure, though, even though he's right now the #1 guy.
It's a gain of 8.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Mexico City.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The chain, second and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A gain of
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 7.
And they give this time to the tailback.
Another carry for the running back.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? If you're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Drew Lock, sacks.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Here's Locke to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown. A big play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about what the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now. It's Robinson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
Lock now on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4.
They'll run it now with Robinson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
now to the air. Lock.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's a gain of...
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Oh, why are we doing this?
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff looking right.
11-yard line.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Good. Makes the score Diablos 17. Broncos 7.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I
there,
was.
partner.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3rd and 5.
Now Locke.
Let's not quibble about the game there.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Denver. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
At their own
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
brings up 2nd and 10.
And that is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the timing a bit off. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. 20.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Number 33.
Locke going to try and throw on third down.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 13 seconds the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 28-13, the final score. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Derrick Henry, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 10-6, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
23-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
Play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Maurice Hurst on the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
The throw right sideline here is complete, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Block now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Diablos 24, Broncos 10.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there, and he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That'll go as a pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Robinson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw.
36-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Runs it on the option. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now back out comes the offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll get this one to Pittman. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Locke working out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15.
Running back. He's brought down at the 15.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, Locke. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Fancy footwork at the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 16-yard line.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So the Broncos coming out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down.
Sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
To throw it is Locke. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He's forced
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. They had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Avoids him at the 40. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Jerome Baker in.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Throwing now is Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. Tonight,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for